You don't sabotage your goals because you're broken. No, you sabotage your goals and your dreams because you're wired that way. You are programmed that way. You're programmed to sabotage your dreams, your success, because your nervous system doesn't care about success. Your nervous system doesn't care about you winning. No, let me tell you what it cares about. Your nervous system cares about familiarity. It cares about what's familiar. And whatever is familiar, whether it's chaos, pain, heartbreaks, invisibility, rejection, overgiving, that will feel safer than the unknown version of you on the other side of your breakthrough. And that's why most of the time you find yourself gravitate towards being stuck on the same space and not progressing. Not because you're not smart enough. In fact, you're so smart, but your smartness is working against you. Now, let's be real. When you say you want transformation, okay, so you say you want transformation, but transformation threatens your emotional survival. And that's why now you began to block it. You're beginning to push it away without even realizing that you're pushing the very thing that you vowed to pursue. Why? Why is that the case? Because there's a version of you that was built to survive. And that version is terrified. It's terrified of being replaced. And this is where the greatest breakthrough happens. That's the identity you have been loyal to. The version of you that never asks for too much. The one that earns love by shrinking and remaining small and hiding. The one that keeps peace by betraying your truth. You know that version of you? There's no way you're getting what you want with that version of you. That is a version of you. I'm calling you for a burial. And here is what most coaches will not tell you. You can't change anything. You can't change any results until you confront the identity that has been running your life. Until you confront the identity that has been running your nervous system, there's nothing new that is going to happen. You will find yourself backsliding, backtracking, back everything to the same space, to the same identity, to the same persona, to the same. And you wonder, who bewitched me? No, listen. There's nothing wrong with you. Your system is wrong. When you change your system, everything goes to the flow, to flow with the rhythm of life. You know, have you ever asked yourself, is this all that there is in life? Now, this is what I teach in my coaching sessions. I teach that you are not just stuck, that you are loyal to an identity that needs to die. You are loyal to who you had to become to survive. You are loyal to that person you had to become to survive. And maybe it has done its job up to now, but now you're smart enough to know you're not getting fulfilled through this identity. The life that you crave, that life that you crave, the love, the peace, the impact that you crave, it belongs to the version of you you haven't dared to become yet. That's the version of you I want to help you unlock. Because to become that version of you, You'd have to let go of the old one. You have to divorce the old one, the lie. And that divorce, in fact, call it death. That death, that is what your system is resisting. That's why you're not progressing. That's why you set New Year resolutions and you're still stuck at the same spot. That's why you began your journey and you feel like you're running backwards on reverse. That's why it feels like you're put in a reverse gear. It's not you. You're not the problem. It's not your education. It's not the skills. No, it is the system that is playing everything. The system is a problem. And if you want to work with a coach, work with one that helps you change the system. Don't just work with anyone that just tells you what to continue doing. You've always done this. You want to change the core of who you are, your identity. Change the system, you change everything. The system is where we need to focus on. So, my friend, it's not just procrastination. No, it's protection. You are targeting procrastination. How would target protection? Because protection is a system. Procrastination is just the fruit, it's just the behavior that someone that has the high need for protection will have. It's not laziness. It's an emotional loyalty. It's not confusion. It is the fear of being someone new. And so defining it is part of the process of breakthrough. If you've read my book, The Shift, you know that the number one step to breakthrough is awareness. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And so, and I think that's why you're here. And once, from this session, you are working to the truth and you take massive action. You go to the next level. So, question, what do we do? What do we do, coach? What do we do? All right. So we start where the sabotage starts, at the level of identity. That's where we start. Now, let me give you some tools here so you can begin the journey right away. I want you to take your pen and take your notebook, your coaching book, and I advise every time you listen to me, come with a notebook, because I'm going to unleash nuggets that will rock the person you've always been. It will just rock your world. And so have a pen every time you're coming to listen to me, and have a notebook somewhere you can write, because things are about to shift. Things about to shift. Now, write this down. Who have I been when I sabotage? Who have I been when I sabotage? I want you to write that down. And I want you to list down 3 identities. 3, not 4. 3, just 3. Identities that kept you on survival. Identities of your survival self. Write it down. It could be being nice to everyone but myself. That's an identity. I'm this person that is always busy, the busy one, never fulfilled. Always busy but never fulfilled. In control but secretly exhausted. What identity is that? Write 3 of them. Pause the video now and do the exercise right now. Pause the video. Come on, come on. Pause it now. Write it down. Who have I been? And then when you're done, I want you to write this. Who am I becoming? And I want you again to list 3 traits of the version of you that is aligned and powerful, the one that is rooted in truth, the one that is rock solid on your truth. Maybe something like clear, direct, magnetic, rested, confident, bold and grounded, loving, but no longer self-sacrificing. Write that down. Write the person you're becoming. Who are you becoming? You see, you are now you have two identities in front of you. And all my clients, there's a session that gets us here where you have two identities in front of you. Which one am I? Which one am I? Is it the one that is a mask, or is it the true identity that I've always been scared of becoming? Or is it the one that I've been scared of losing because I've always known this one? Which one? Which one? Now, this is your pattern map. This is what you use in coaching. If you are a coach, you use in coaching to help your clients to shift from service level changes to deep rewiring of their subconscious mind. And this is what you use. If you're not a coach, you're just following me, you're one of my clients. Listen, this is what you use to rewire your mind. And I want you to ask yourself, what emotional needs does my old identity meet for me? Why do I have this old identity? Because in psychology, we say human beings are consistent with who they believe they are, but that consistency is brought about by a need that the old version of me is meeting for me. So what is that need? Because even the sabotage serves a need. For instance, maybe staying small makes you feel safe. You know, growth takes you out there. It takes you out of the comfort zone. Maybe you're meeting the need for certainty. Staying small makes you feel safe. Or maybe people pleasing makes you feel loved. Connection. So you're meeting the need for connection. So you do things so people may love you. Or maybe overachieving gives you a sense of self-worth. It's meeting the need for significance. Now, remember, these are valid needs. They are human needs. No one can fault you for having the needs, but your strategies for meeting these needs is expired. So the question is, how can you meet this need, the same emotional needs, through a new identity? Let's say, for instance, the need for connection. The old strategy is overextending or never saying no, losing yourself in others. The new strategy could be authenticity. You're meeting the same need for connection by being authentic, communication, clear communication, self-trust, or being in spaces where your truth creates connection, not cost it. Now, this is transformation at the root. So you don't just say, I rebuke sabotage in Jesus' name. No. You become the version of you that doesn't sabotage. you don't just stop sabotaging. You replace the entire strategy. You build a new internal operating system. This is the core of the breakthrough coaching process. This is how we get to live a life of zero limits. And that's the difference between motivational fluff and emotional mastery. That is the difference between transactional coaching and breakthrough intervention coaching. Now listen, here is your assignment. Every morning from this moment on, especially this week, before you listen to my next module, I want you to ask yourself, who am I becoming? Who am I being right now? Who am I being right now? Write that down so that every morning you have access to it. And then ask yourself, is this the version of me that I'm committed to? Is this the version of me that I am committed to? How can I meet my emotional needs through my truth, not patterns of my old version? Ask yourself that. And if you want to take this to the next level, I'm open to helping you. And so I'll leave behind my breakthrough intervention coaching session. And the first session for you will be free, courtesy of connecting with me. I'll honor that. And so I'll give you a free assessment and a free consultation session just to see, just to bring you to the place of awareness so that you know, okay, this is where I am and this is the root. This is why I do what I do. Life waits for no one. Life moves on without you. Just in case you say, this is not for me, or you say goodbye to the true version of you. You're always making a decision. Which one are you making? Looking forward to see you, even as we create the shift together. God bless.